Good Monday traders, welcome back to the Forex Ball Trading Academy with Victor. I welcome you back, and we will have today a trade idea on the pound versus United States dollar. I had multiple questions in regards to this currency pair as to what can be expected, and today we're actually having the idea for this pair. And before we get started, I would like to remind you that all the information in this video is for educational purpose only and should not be considered as a financial advice. We can see is that the trend is bullish. It remains bullish. The support is holding. The support has been formed at this level, which is 1.3007, very close to the psychological round number, and it has been rejected twice on the 12th of August. At the same time, we can see that 50 exponential moving average has been rejected. Price went slightly lower here and failed to close below. So clearly double bottom, moving average rejected, and finally we have uptrend trend line, which also has been rejected. What happened next is that price broke above the previously made high. So we have one high and then second, and forward closing price was above. This is another bullish indication, and I do think that the price is likely to move up. Besides, here we see that the price has rejected the uptrend trend line 3 consecutive times. 1, 2, 3. This could be the point of entry. This could have been a good opportunity right when the price rejected the trend line, and this gives us the risk reward of 1 to 2. So this is the ideal entry price at this stage. And here we also had a rejection of the 50 exponential moving average, after which price actually went up and produced a new higher high. Trend remains bullish, and I would probably like to get back to analysis on the trading view that I did on the pound versus dollar. So if you remember, guys, this was the setup. I was talking about this support that price hasn't broken, where we're expecting this correction, and price held the support. So clearly it's still a bullish trend. I was expecting price to retest 38.2% Fips at 1.3250, but I think price will go higher towards 23.6%, which is 133.50 area. So not this level, but the second, although we must watch this resistance as well. So these are analysis we made last week on the pound US dollar, and today we're having the idea, just to remind you. So back to the MT4. Here we have applied 2 fibs basically upon rejection of this moving average right there, and upon rejection of this trend line right there, after price produced a new higher high and rejected the moving average. And what we see is that our previous level of resistance at 133.50 corresponds with the 2 fib levels, 427.2 and 461.8, and this makes it a very good upside target. It's not that far away. It's actually 250 pips approximately for the pound dollar. It's not a big move, so this wave can be expected. The exit point and stop loss obviously below the previously made low, so I could expect in the worst case scenario that pound dollar will produce the spike below this low. This could happen, and this would be the ideal entry point around this support, which is 1.300. So psychological level can be retested and can be expected to retest, and therefore the stop loss is at this level. So overall it's an uptrend. It seems like it will continue during this week, although we might see the consolidation and we might see price moving lower, but I don't think there will be forward close below the low produced today. If there will be, obviously this Fibonacci will be invalidated and the probability will become much less likely in this case. And it is important to watch the low of today for rejection or the breakout. So that's the idea on the pound dollar for today, and it's time to move back to our previous analysis. Australian Swiss franc struggling to do any sort of move, just consolidating. Euro Swiss franc, same, consolidating. Australian dollar Well, we see the target is expected to be tested, and as with the pound dollar, it could be that the dollar is getting weak, and obviously the Australian dollar could be going up as well. Basically, the scenario on this analysis goes quite as expected, and we do expect the resistance at 0.7305 to be tested. Pound Swiss franc, it's more or less at the entry point, and considering we have an idea on the pound today, pound dollar, pound could also be strong. It's very possible, and besides we have multiple Swiss franc pairs along with the weak Swiss franc. Pound Swiss franc could be one of the fastest growing pair, but we must watch obviously what will be, whether there will be a forward and the daily close below the previously made low. The risk reward here, I would like to remind you that it's very good. It's actually 1 to 4, and this what makes this opportunity very attractive. Dollar Swiss franc, these were analysis that we made last week. So price retesting this support, so it's a kind of triple bottom, and considering that the dollar could continue to be weak, we can see that the RCI broke the trend line, so this could be the case. At the same time, the Swiss franc is also weak, and this will be the battle who is the weakest fiat currency, whether it will be the dollar or the Swiss franc. So we must watch both. This was not a trade idea, just analysis, simply because it's a counter trend, and overall we might expect consolidation here, and if there will be breakout, there could be spikes lower. So this is not something interesting to watch at this stage, because I do believe there will be most likely range trading on this pair. Canadian Swiss franc, here we are in the red, but we can see that the long-term downtrend trend line has been acting as the support after it has been broken. And if we move to the forward time frame, we can see that the moving average, 50 simple moving average, was rejected. There was a spike produced, price failed to close lower, but then on Monday opening, price opened lower, but then closed still above the previous low. The support is holding. This becomes one of my favorite ideas, along with the Australian Swiss franc. Well, I also like the pound dollar, but Australian Swiss franc, Canadian Swiss franc look pretty interesting to me. So at this stage, the risk to reward ratio is also excellent. So very interesting idea, still following, and I still expect the move to the upside towards the resistance area. And finally, we are moving to the trading view ideas we had previously. So this is the Australian Japanese yen. The stop loss here at the break, even half profit should have been fixed at the top, and the risk-free idea waiting what will be happening, whether Australian dollar will be able to outperform the Japanese yen. But from what I see, the Japanese yen could be very strong, and this could be actually the downtrend, could be the turning point. Nevertheless, it's a risk-free trade with some profit. We will be continuing to watch it. And final, this was the analysis, not the trade idea, to remind you. And here also what has happened is that uptrend trend line has been acting as the resistance. Price went below the support area. Now the daily chart comes into play. It will be very important to see what happens to the support area, whether the daily close will be below this moving average or not, below the support. Basically the level 69.54 remains a key level of interest for me, and I would like to watch it and see what will be happening today. We also can see that the 50 exponential moving average was rejected, and this is quite a bearish sign. So I think this is not the New Zealand dollar, but Japanese yen is getting strong, and we will see how it goes, especially Swiss franc, Japanese yen also looking interesting. Maybe we will do some sort of analysis or idea this week on this currency pair. So that's it for today. Hope you enjoyed it. Smash as many likes as you can. If you didn't like the video or had some questions, don't hesitate to ask them or provide your feedback. Always appreciate it, so we can improve the content. And we will see you tomorrow with new analysis on some major currency pair. Perhaps it will be oil or gold. We will see what market looks most attractive. Till tomorrow, and take care. Profitable trading to you.